Hi guys, Super Secret Tech here. I'm going to try doing this one more time. My microphone's giving me some issues. This is a deck tech for the tournament deck that I played, which is Green White Slivers. I'm running 9 Plains and 9 Forest. 4 Celestia and Guild Gates. The reason I'm running the Guild Gates is because it's early mana fixing, and I'm okay with it coming into play tapped as long as I can produce both colors. Virulent Sliver, the reason I'm running that creature in particular, is it gives you an alternative win condition because you can deal poisonous and normal damage at the exact same time. So a lot of the decks that gain a lot of life to let them go longer in the game, this guy kind of negates. So he just seemed like an auto include. Sidewinder Sliver is really good against the aggressive matchups. Basically, any deck that's going to block you, Sidewinder Sliver is awesome at. He turned out to really switch the aggressive matchups more in my favor than I was expecting. Plated Sliver turned out to be a really good source of getting them to remove said creature. Uh, he's a 1/2 that makes all your guys at least a X2, and most of your guys an X3. And so he seemed really powerful, and he got a lot of removal. And that's the best that I can hope for out of a 1 mana creature, is for them to take a lot of the removal. Commune with Nature, the reason I played that card, is it just seemed like a really good idea to look at the top 5 cards, pick my best sliver, put it in my hand, and keep going about my merry way. Journey to Nowhere, the reason I'm running that is just to help with some of the creatures that get a little more absurd in the metagame. I just want a couple of answers main deck, not too heavy, because I want to stay on the aggro front, but I wanted a couple of answers main deck so I could deal with problem creatures. The reason I'm running Vines of Vastwood is it's protection and pump, so you can use it either way or both. It just seems too good not to have some protection of your Sliver's main deck. I'm running Spinneret Sliver to give my creatures reach, which is really good against the blue matchups. And then I'm running Sentinel Sliver, which is really good against the green matchups because you can attack into them knowing that you can stay back and block as well. Then I'm running the 12 Pump Slivers. Of course, each one of them makes all your slivers +1/+1, which in turn leads to winning games. The sideboard, I'm running Celestial Flare to deal with Mono Green and Delver. They normally either attack or block with one creature at a time, or they'll double attack or they'll double block, and it just lets me blow them out. Hive Stirrings is versus decks that don't use mass removal but use spot removal. Basically, I get to play 2 slivers instead of 1. Therefore, it's one more card that they have to eat up to deal with it. The Sentinel Sliver, again, it's really good against the green decks. That's when you're normally going to bring him in. And the Spinneret Sliver, you're normally going to bring in against the blue decks. The Sundering Growth is really good against Affinity, and it combos nicely with Hive Stirrings. And then Sunlance is really good for when you're on the draw. Turn 1, they play like a Delver or a Nettle Sentinel. On your turn 1, you play a Plains and Sunlance it. It just really puts you up ahead. And then, like, their turn 2, they're going to play 1 creature. And your turn 2, you're normally going to play 2 creatures. And so, you normally can just outrace them just off Sunlance alone. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I will see y'all later.